Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. If you've been with this series for any amount of time, you should know that every 10 episodes we do a new, fresh world download link that's all been updated. And every 25 episodes, like pretty much any creative series of mine, I like to do a world tour to show sort of what we've done so far throughout the series. This is the second world tour, being episode 50, and I can't wait to go through it all because we've done an awful lot in the last 25 episodes. There is another really cool thing about doing this world tour, is that using this program called Overviewer, which I like to do on the world tour for this series, we also get to see the Island Mansion series that we recently done, the cruise ship that we recently done, and the prison that we are currently doing as well. We sort of get to see those all grow throughout, and I've even saved all of the older renders, a lot of them that you guys haven't even seen. I think this is the 25th render that I've done, so I've basically been doing a render approximately every 2 episodes. So eventually it'll be cool to have like a little montage of like the whole city growing as each one sort of time lapses into each other. That'll be really cool, but that's miles away. So let's start off though with the Island Mansion. I don't think you guys have seen this from the overview review. We've got the sailboat or crew, what would you call it, a yacht sailboat at the dock here. We've got the swimming pool, the main mansion itself that ended up being a lot bigger than I originally thought. The greenhouse, a little bit of the tractor, the silo, and the lighthouse. And quite funnily enough, the original plan is still here. I keep forgetting that's there. I need to remove it. But this was the original sort of plan, miniature plan of what we wanted this island to look like. And we ended up being quite close. We've got the swimming pool and the wheat field. Swimming pool and wheat field here. We've got the beach here with some rocks at the end. I didn't end up putting a lot of greenery here, but I think that might have been grass anyway, so I might have actually been closer than I thought with that. We've got the dock here, and the dock here. We've got the main house, and the main house with the rocks behind it. We originally said that we were going to have a wheat field here. I changed those to a couple of animal pens. And then we've got like the barn and silos or buildings like that with some rocks around the edge. Very, very cool how close that is, but that does need to be removed. Moving into the actual city itself, it looks so cool. People said right at the beginning, AJ, you need to make the island bigger. The island isn't big enough. You're going to run out of space really quickly. We're 50 episodes in, and we have a lot of space left. I think I guessed the size of the city quite well. We can always expand bits that we need. We'll be talking about that later on in the episode. But let's go down here at the sort of beach side. This is going to be sort of the nightlife side of the city. So we've got the Pig's Restaurant. This is sort of a more of a high-end restaurant. Ironically, the Pig's Restaurant is right next to the police station. That wasn't intentional, really, but it turned out being quite funny. We've got the police station itself with a helicopter. The only thing that I am sad about is that the Overviewer program only registers vanilla blocks. It puts our texture on them, which is amazing. We figured that out a while ago, but it doesn't put down the cars, and I would have really liked to have seen like the police cars and the cars at the KFC and everything like that all lined up. That would have been really, really cool. Also, if we do use blocks that aren't vanilla blocks, it sort of freaks the Overview program out a little bit. Like, I think these are meant to be those little colourful sofas that we have, but they've sort of been changed into this weird sign block. It's just how the textures work. Okay, yeah, police station here. We've got the KFC. That looks really cool. It's a shame that paintings don't show up because we do have the KFC logo on the side of that as well. Moving over this way, we've got the fuel station. Something that I've always noticed, though, and I need to check on the actual world itself. We'll do that in a moment later on. Is, can you see this little line here? We've got like this little line. Now, it might just be the render, or I might be missing some blocks there. I don't know. There's definitely something there that shouldn't be. I can see like a little line on it. We've got like a color code though of this sort of orange and creamish color. We done an episode, I can't remember how long back, but we done a sort of updated plan using Photoshop on where certain buildings we wanted to be, and we've stuck to that. And one of the things is that we're going to have a supermarket here. We've got this nice large square area, and it's going to look really cool because, at least in the UK, and I'm sure it's the same in the US and other countries, whenever there's a supermarket, there's always the company's fuel station near it. In the UK, we have like Asda and Tesco's and Sainsbury's as our sort of some of our main supermarkets. And they always have the same sort of color-coded fuel station next to it. I suppose so you know it's theirs. But yeah, it'll be cool to have the supermarket with the fuel station next door to it. Really looking forward to that. Moving into the center of town, we've got Rainbow Row, which is like, I don't know what you would call it. Like, they're not suburban houses. They're like, not rural houses. They're like town houses, like right in the middle of town. Very thin, but very tall. So these are like 3 stories tall, 4 stories if you include like the roof area, which I'm sure you could at least fit 1 or 2 bedrooms in. And all different colours. It's a really nice place to drive down because you're going underneath the trainway, this sort of elevated trainway that goes around it. Really, really cool with the town hall opposite. I have noticed one mistake though. See this window on the yellow house? It's just off. Well, I think that one's correct. I think these 2 windows are actually 1 block to the left. They're not all aligned. All the other ones are fine, all centered, but this one's just off. We shall have to fix that. That's a really cool thing about the overview program as well, isn't it? Now, I still want to flip this town hall around. There was a lot of people that said, I like the town hall, but I think it would look better if it faced the other way. Now, the reason why I faced it this way toward, or what would it be if I point it on this way, is because I wanted it to be seen. I wanted the front of it to be seen from the overviewer map, from where we're looking at it now. However, it does make a little bit of sense in a way to flip it round, but I don't think I really want to. I think I like it facing this way. I like the entrance to the town hall being on this very wide road with like the palm trees underneath it. I really like how it looks, and I don't think I'm going to flip it around. I'm still weighing up that. I'm still undecided. We've got the cruise ship over the side here, huge cruise ship that we've done over 30 episodes of that series. Looks really, really cool from above as well with the pool and the funnels and everything like that. Very pleased. Tennis courts. It looks so good. Really, really cool, especially like in comparison to the whole city itself. In the dead middle of the city, we've got the skyscraper section. Obviously, we need a lot more skyscrapers around here, but this is sort of the skyscraper orientated area, the high-end apartment area, the big offices. We want a TV sort of skyscraper, maybe with a TV channel written down the side of the skyscraper. Maybe a big hotel here as well. Maybe a big cinema complex. Things like that. But at the moment, we've got a small sort of mid-ranged apartment skyscraper. We've got a tall office skyscraper here. This is one of my favorite skyscrapers I think I've ever built in Minecraft. It looks so cool. The colors are so nice. And there's a lot of stuff I really like about it. And then we've got the maze bank from GTA 5. I know that there's a real, like, the maze bank from GTA 5 was inspired from a real bank. And then this bank has been inspired by the GTA 5 bank. It's really cool. It's like inspiration of inspiration. There is one thing I want to change about this. I've got bank written in red letters on that side of the skyscraper. If I change that and put it on this side, we'll be able to see it from the overviewer. And I think that would be cool to have bank written on the side that we can see. I don't really know why I done it on the other side, to be honest. And we've got a helipad on top of 2 of the skyscrapers as well, because who doesn't like helipads on top of skyscrapers? Everybody does. We've got the recently built fire station behind it. Really, really cool. I like to see that. It's covered a little bit by the skyscraper, but we're going to get that. A lot of the buildings are going to be covered by the skyscrapers. It's just part of it. And I could render this out from different angles as well. I can render it out from like the east side, the west side, or wherever. This is rendered out like north pointing. You see in the corner here, north pointing that way. It's opposite for me. It's a camera. It's like a mirror. We've got a sort of suburban-ish area, sort of your normal sort of living area. This will be expanded sort of all the way down here mostly. Like all of this area will sort of be this sort of style of build. But we've got sort of suburban houses, a couple of sort of different sized suburban houses. Mid to large suburban houses. I don't really want to go too much bigger than that because you can see they're actually huge buildings. a couple of houses. We've got the primary school here, inspired off my real life primary school that I used to go to many years ago, with like monkey bars and like little climbing area, little running track and stuff like that, little basketball hoop. I talked about some primary school stories as well while building this, so if you haven't seen that and you want to hear about my primary school, then go and watch the video where we built that, because it was really fun to do. We've got a half finished, this isn't anywhere near complete, row of shops. We've got like 3 shops that are all connected together. It looks better in Minecraft than it does in the overview, because obviously we're looking at the boring backside of this, but it will actually end up looking a lot better once we get buildings facing towards us on this side. We're not going to have like just this boring brick walled section of view. There will be buildings facing the other way, so it's basically going to be like 6 buildings, 3 back to back. And that looked really cool, but it does look good from the other side. I think the corner one is a cafe. The middle one is going to be a sort of, I think I said a newspaper printing area. And then the left one is probably going to be some sort of shop. I'm not 100% sure yet. We need to sort of work it out when we get there. Then we've got the mechanics garage, different to the car salesman garage that we're going to have. We will have a place, you know, with big glass doors with cars on show. We'll eventually get round to that. This is a sort of mechanic garage, the auto repair station, whatever building. We've got the big tire with the spanner through it for the logo as a big sign, so you can see it from like anywhere on the city. And there's garage doors on it, really cool on the inside. We'll show you that when we get actually into the city in just a moment. We've got the Zono wood sign, recently built. It needs a lot of work. There's a lot of trees still to grow to sort of green up that area around the sort of edge of this airport here. It'll also dumb out some of the sound for the residents living nearby. The trees will hopefully soak up some of that sound. But there's a lot of work that still needs to be done with it. We've got the pathway that sort of runs along the front, joining up to both the roads. But I want like some bushes or some trees out the front to sort of, I don't know, take away the birch a little bit more. Or it's not birch, it's sandstone. It looks really nice in the game. I'm not 100% sold of it on Overviewer. It looks a little bit too light. I think it needs to be slightly darker on Overviewer. We'll have another look at it later on. We've got the airport up here with the little plane, sort of, what would you call it? Statue. There's a better word than statue, but it's like a little miniature plane statue here. Nice big car park here with like a sort of one-way system, if you like. Bus and taxi written on there with the bus station and taxi station to pick people up from directly outside the airport itself. We will be doing an interior to this at some point as well. We've got the helicopter pads, and we do have big planes actually in the world, if you haven't seen it. But they're actually flyable models, so you can actually get in them and fly them, so they don't show up on Overviewer. With the taxiway, we've also got this sort of carway, emergency travel way, where we've got like ambulances and fire trucks waiting up here at the control tower, and then you sort of drive down here if there was any if there ever was a problem, and not get in the way of the planes and stuff like that. And a couple of hangars with some smaller planes located in them, as well as the runway itself. We've got the wind farm over here. Now, we've only put down 5 at the moment. I would like to put down some more, because they look so good, especially when you back up. They look amazing. They really do. I like how they look. We're a very green island using renewable energy, wind power. Very cool. But they are big. They're a pretty good size. I don't think that they're actually too big. It's sort of this weird illusion that makes them look huge, but if you've ever been near one of these wind turbines before in real life, you'll realize just how big they actually are. They are not stick thin, flimsy little things. They are absolutely massive. I actually got to go in one for a school trip one time. It was massive. It took ages. It took like 2 minutes in the elevator to go up to the top. It was seriously tall. But it does sort of dwarf this mountain. Well, at the moment, it's more of a hill. And what I want to do, I've said this a few times in the series, I want to make this mountain a lot taller. Still try and keep it out of the way of the runway if possible, but I want to make it a lot taller. Snow cap the top. It'll add another sort of white or another colour to the world. And I want to try and get some like ski slopes going down it. That would be really cool, but I don't want to get it in the way of the runway. It's going to be tight to do. And that'll also allow us to put down some more wind turbines as well. I think maybe 7 to 10 would be a nice amount. We've got 5 at the moment. 7 or 8 maybe, not quite 10. We've got the hospital, very nice hospital. I really like this. Is one of my favourite sort of modernish builds that I've ever done. It was really tricky to actually get all of the sort of heights of the roofs at different heights, you know, all going up and down to give that really modern feel. But it ended up looking really, really nice. We've got the prison series that we're doing up here. It looks really cool from an overviewer. There's a lot more windows and holes that need to go in. At the moment, we've only got like holes at the front here, but hopefully when we get the iron bars in, they'll be a little bit more visible. And if they don't, I'll probably end up putting like a little window ledge or windowsill, probably a window ledge like above the window on each one, just so they stand out a little bit more. But obviously there's no windows on this side or anything like that, but that'll really enhance. It sort of looks like a shell at the moment. There's a lot more work that needs to be done on the island. That's a series that we've got running parallel to the city itself. And then we've got the bridge that goes over. We need to do the smaller bridge. We need to dress that up because that's just a boring road that goes over at the moment. And we need to do the same with the elevated trainway as well. We need to do something with that. I might use a little bit of wood for that one to make it stand out against the sort of bigger bridge that we've got over here. I don't know. We'll think about that when we get there. And obviously we've got the maze, sort of highway, motorway, whatever you want to call it, going around the side with this huge intersection that took forever to build when I originally done it. But that's what it looks like from the overview map. Let's go into the main Minecraft world, the actual Minecraft world, and take a look at it in person. All aboard! There's one of our trains that run along the elevated train line. We're actually in the world now. Got the shader pack on to make it look really nice. Get all the shadows and the lighting and the bright sun. Ah, it burns! This is the town hall that we saw from the overview map. We've got the skyscrapers in the background. Being in the world itself really gives you a better perspective on the heights and the sizes of these buildings. That is one thing with the overview program. It makes the skyscrapers not actually look that big because it's sort of this isometric view. It doesn't give that much of a perspective of height. Whoops. But look at the size of that bank. It is absolutely huge. Even the smallest skyscraper is actually very tall, even from far away. I mean, we're miles away here, and it looks absolutely massive. Here's Rainbow Row. And as I said, it looks beautiful when you're going down the road here. These rainbow townhouses with the town hall on the other side. It just looks so nice. And this is what I mean about the cars. The cars make it look so, like, it adds this extra level of detail, this extra level of life that the overview program just doesn't quite give. Doesn't quite show, unfortunately. Anyway, let's go over this way. We've got the fuel station. Oh yeah, windows. I'll fix those off camera, but I can see now that they are out. Yeah, I don't remember any of you guys mentioning that. I don't remember even any of you guys noticing that. So, maybe you missed it too, or maybe you just like letting me leave it how it was. So at the fuel station, we've got a truck, a van here that is freaking out. It looks like he's got a little bit of a puncture, and it looks like, I don't know, he's got something seriously wrong with his engine to be making the truck shake like that. We've got a car for Subaru here filling up. We've got the main station itself, fuel station itself. Need to get an NPC in there. We've got a few NPCs about, mostly in the police station at the moment. But eventually, I should probably do an episode pretty soon, placing down loads of NPCs everywhere and start bringing some life to it. Because at the moment, we've got like life of cars and life of the buildings, but we don't have actual like villagers about yet. But that'll come in time. Here's the car, the car wash with the air and water fillers. What about this roof? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this roof. It must just be in Overviewer. It must be something to do with the shadows. It is fine, though, fortunately. We've got the police station itself. We've got a few NPCs here. If you are new to the series, we have NPCs that we can place down. And I've programmed a lot of them to be able to do certain things. We can have gang wars between cops and between criminals. There's so much. Go and watch if you don't know and you want to learn more about these NPCs and some of the really awesome things that we can do with them, watch, I think it's episode 1. Or it might have been like before episode. I think I still called it episode 1. Too much to show you, I think, is what I actually called the episode itself. And it goes through what all these NPCs do. We've got so many sort of gun style things and crime, and we've got currency, and we've got ATM machines, we've got trading and buying food and attachments, and crazy level of detail. Little security cameras here. We can walk inside. We've got automatic doors that should open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's broken. The command block's freaked out. I wondered how long it would be. Does this one work? No. Oh yeah, and it's really bugged out as well. Okay, I need to sort that out. There are command blocks underneath there that should detect that when you get close to them, they'll automatically open up. It's worked on every single time that I've ever gone near it, apart from today. Typically, it's just one of those things. I retextured one of the cars to look like a UK cop car. We're using UK style roads as well on this world, which is why all of the stop signs and all of these traffic lights and everything are on the left, because in the UK we drive on the left. It's just something that I understand, because obviously I live in the UK, I drive in the UK. I can't build a city where you drive on the right hand side, because to me it just doesn't make sense. So I've got UK cop cars. I've also got some sort of US style things as well in the world, but most of it is sort of UK based. Really awesome spiral staircase that goes up to the police chopper. At the top here, Zono City Police. Really fun texture that was to make. We've got the island. We can just see off the coast there. Beautiful with the water in front there. I really, really like that. We also have boats that we can drive as well. If you're new to the series as well, we can actually ride a load of boats, as well as drive all the cars and fly the planes and the helicopters and stuff like that. The Pig's Restaurant, as I said, it's a very high-end restaurant, so it's sort of got a very dark interior, very atmospheric. Our eyes, the game will adjust to our eyes when we go in here, and it'll get a little bit brighter. There we go. We do have some NPCs here, look. And I can talk to them as well. Oh, oops, there we go. Oh, it's freaking out a little bit. Have you booked or have you booked? Do you have a reservation? We could talk to him. Same as the waiter. Does he say anything? Do you have a reservation? Thank you for visiting pigs. I don't know. Oh, it's the shader pack, isn't it? That's the shader pack that's making that do that. If I turn it off, it won't. The shaders don't quite know how to figure that out. But yeah, candlelit dinners, wooden furniture, very, very atmospheric. It's got that real expensive feeling to it all, doesn't it? You know, these center, what would you call it? Shelves, you know, with high-end antique books and stuff sitting on them. I've been in a restaurant like that in real life. I didn't like any of the food. It was like really weird food that I don't like. Here's the KFC with the KFC logo now that we can see in Minecraft itself. It's got an interior as well. This one has an interior. We will eventually do an interior for 99% of the buildings, I hope. We've got KFC workers here that we can trade with, eating in or taking out. They all say different things, but we can buy cola, we can buy KFC from them. How can I help you today? Very, very cool. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, let's run over. Ooh, whoa. We've got some issues here. It's loading up something, obviously. Let's travel over this way. We can teleport around the world as well to make things quicker for ourselves, but I sort of like just traveling sometimes. Let's go over this way to the garage and the shops, because we didn't get a good view of that from the overviewer. We saw sort of the back sides of these buildings. So we've got the garage here. Whoa. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, it must be loading in. It's probably loading in all that airport and the resources up there. Yeah, this is the garage here. We've got some really nice cars out the front. You always have nice cars out the front of an auto repair center. And inside we've got a Lamborghini sitting up on the car lift. We've got a really cool Nissan Skyline here on the dyno, which has for some reason shifted over. He's now sort of half on it and half not. We've got some tool stations. The shader pack does make it a little bit dark in here, but it's not grossly dark. And then we've got the sort of waiting area and stuff like that if you're just getting your tyres changed. We've got over here the cafe at these row of shops. Zono wood sign. It looks so good. It looks better in Minecraft than it does on the overviewer. In Minecraft itself, the Zono wood sign looks so sick. I really like it how the letters are just at different heights. They're all the same size, but they're just at different heights and slightly different distances forward and back from each other. I guess a sort of jaggedy effect that you get from the real Hollywood sign. We only built that a few episodes ago, so you can go and check that out if you do feel like it. We've got a little cafe in here, just like a walk-to-work cafe. When I used to do telemarketing sales, I would sort of wander around talking to people, and if there was a shop en route, I would often find like a little sort of cafe/bakery like this, where it had like 2 or 3 seats on the inside, You know, you could sit in there if you wanted to, but it was mostly a place where you could sort of just grab a bite to eat, like a sandwich or sausage roll, and then just carry on going. So that's what we've got here. And he trades for loads of stuff. I should probably take the McDonald's fries out of here and the KFC. But, you know, sandwiches, cola and burgers and stuff like this, chocolate, you can all buy from him using the in-game currency of bronze, silver and gold coins. We've got ourselves, yeah, this is the newspaper area and the corner. It is a corner shop that I was doing there. Well, it's not really a corner shop. It's just like a shop. We've got ourselves the 2 suburban houses out here, and the bridge, the one-way bridge that goes over. So, like, one side, both lanes go that way. On the other side of the bridge, both lanes come the other way. The reason why we've got such a huge or such an easy flow of traffic is because we've got the school here, and we want the school to be able to, obviously, the buses to get here on time. We don't want the school kids being late. We want everyone to arrive here on time, so we've got lots of access to this area. And being a housing estate as well, there's going to be a very busy peak time on the way to work and the way from work, so we want everybody to be able to get home without having to sit in traffic. Over at the airport, we've got like a little sort of bell style plane, and we've got sort of more of a, not a military chopper, but that sort of thing, sort of bigger chopper. Over here we've got the big commercial jetliners and the smaller personal planes on the interior of the small hangars there. That is slowly loading in. That's the control tower up there. Big old car park and the runway itself. Big enough for the planes to take off on. More than big enough, in fact, for the planes to take off on, which is really nice. Let's head over this way towards the wind farm and the hospital. I love the hospital. Looks so sick with this texture pack on. I think it's the brick. I think the brick texture is probably one of the most least liked textures out of all the blocks. If you've done a poll, I think the brick, vanilla brick, would be one of the least liked. But for some reason, when you put the shaders and you get the shadows and the light on it, it looks so much better. It really, really does. So down here, we've got the hospital with all the ambulances all lined up. For some reason, we've got an ambulance that has turned. I don't know. Some of the vehicles in this just seem to do their own thing sometimes. They'll be fine for hours and hours and hours of gameplay, and then so suddenly, bing, it'll turn 90 degrees. Who knows why? I don't know why. Really cool. No interior on this one yet, but I would like to do an interior because I think we can do something really cool with it. Really cool sort of foyer area. And then on the upstairs, we'll have like all the beds and stuff like that. And we've got lifeguard as well. We've got this sort of lifeguard area. This side's got the door open. So sort of the lifeguard has sort of been moved across. But yeah, very, very cool. I will probably eventually have an actual hospital air ambulance style helicopter on here, but for the moment I've just got the lifeguard patrol helicopter on here because it just sort of suits. We'll probably end up moving this more towards the beach eventually when we do some more work on that. Here is the wind farm. Looks really, really cool. The blades aren't quite correct, I will admit that. They're especially like, it's more visible on this one. Like, they're not quite correct. This angle here is different to, or that degree of angle here is different to that degree of angle there. It's very hard to do a three-pointed star, technically, a three-pointed star in Minecraft, because Minecraft doesn't work in threes. It's cubes. Anything triangular is very, very difficult. But yeah, this is the peak of the mountain, or the hill, at the moment. I really want to make this a lot taller. Potentially, hopefully, maybe a little bit taller. Probably, yeah, a little bit taller than the very top of the watchtower, of the control tower. It doesn't need to be that much taller, because obviously, this much taller at the peak ends up being a lot wider at the base. So every sort of 5 blocks you go up, you end up going 5 or 10 blocks out at the base. So you need to sort of take that into account when you're building mountains. Ooh, hiccups. We've got the prison just over that way. We've got our own series for that. I'm not really going to touch over that. We haven't really got the time to cover all of that today. There will become a point, though, with this series, with this world tour part of the series, that we won't be able to cover absolutely everything in the episode without going over an hour. I don't know, maybe you guys will enjoy like an hour-long episode from now, here and now, but this one's already going to be probably a little bit longer than my usual one. This is the bridge, the big sort of highway bridge. Have I got a car sitting on here? I do. I might jump in that because it's a little bit faster to get down to the next area. Let's jump in our Lamborghini, hey? There's the other train here. You can get in those. You can drive them yourself. Not that you can turn. It follows reverse, but you can speed up, you can slow down, you can blow the whistle, you can blow the horn. You can sit in any seat that you want. Very cool mod. That's the RTM mod, Real Train mod, I think it's called. Oh, frame issues. We're loading up the cruise ship. That's what it is. Cruise ship with a bunch of item frames and a bunch of NPCs and a bunch of water. Wow, that's really freaking out. Oh my. Okay, let's turn the shaders off for the moment. that really did not like that. Shaders do kill. I use the Ultra shaders, Seuss's Ultra shaders as well, which really does kill your PC. I don't have the best PC in the world. I've got a pretty good PC, but I don't have the best PC in the world. So when it renders in like a huge cruise ship like that, and the game starts thinking about rendering it in, it really doesn't like it. And in fact, it's still not liking it. It will catch up in a moment. There we go. We're back again. Game looks lovely as well in without the shaders. I think we've done a pretty good job of changing textures just that slight bit to look better without any shaders on. Like, for example, the surface that we're driving on now is actually stone, but we darkened it up. We darkened the texture of stone up to look like more of a tarmac texture, and it looks really, really nice. Very, very, very pleased with that. Okay, let's turn right here. Oh, we're going a little bit too fast. That's okay. Okay, it's like Grand Theft Minecraft. Okay, towards the skyscrapers, we hit the path. Luckily, no one is on the path. We can't run a new maneuver yet. Okay, so we're at the skyscraper area. Very, very cool here. Look at this. Wow. Totally awesome. The bank doesn't have an interior yet. This skyscraper has a miniature interior. This is sort of a test. Does this door work? This door works. The police station mod doesn't, but this door works. So as soon as I get near it, the door will automatically open, and then when I go through it, the door will automatically close. Very, very cool. We've got an ATM machine in here as well, which is just an ender chest, but just retextured to look a little bit like an ATM machine. And not the best at texturing in the world. And then we've got an elevator here. Now, I can change this. I've got an updated version of this that I use on the cruise ship. But basically, if I walk in here and I just stand on one of the pressure plates, it'll teleport me to the very top of the skyscraper where we have a helicopter waiting for us up here. And we can go back down as well to the bottom. It's a little bit cheesy how it just teleports us. I would like to have an effect where it sort of... I would like you to stand on the pressure plate and it teleports you to a small elevator, closed elevator room. And then I would like a screen shake effect. I'm sure we can do it in Minecraft, like a little screen shake effect just for like 3 seconds or so, like a as a screen shake, and then that teleports you to the very top. So it's not an instant jump to the top of the skyscraper. It's like, you know, you're traveling in the elevator. It's a little bit more work, but I think it'll be worth it. And is that about it for the moment? I don't think we've really missed that much. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll grab a helicopter and we shall fly over... Oh, where are the helicopters? We should grab a helicopter and we will fly over to the cruise ship to finish off with, okay? If we get in here... my computer needs a reset, I think. There we go, we're okay. Yeah, I need to reset my computer after this, 100%. Luckily enough, because we're in creative mode, we do not need fuel to fly or drive any of the vehicles in this. If we were playing in survival mode, which eventually I would like to, or like an adventure mode sort of style thing on a server, that's like the end plan on this. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but I'd really like to make this into a server with like loads of people that can join, and we can all sort of drive about and shoot and just have a load of fun. You will need to put fuel in these vehicles, so the fuel station will be actually a very big part of the world. Oh, it's so wobbly. Let's get on the outside and zoom out. Don't crash into it! Don't crash into it! Ah! Okay, I don't think we touched it. There we go. And zoom out. That's in. There we go. Okay, load up the cruise ship, will you? Load it up. Ugh! I'm terrible at flying. I haven't got a pilot's license, okay, guys? I don't have a pilot's license. Load up the back. Load up the back. Maybe I should have reset my computer before recording this episode. There we go, though. There's the top of the cruise ship. It looks so good. Oh, we're going backwards. Oh, we're going forward again. It looks so good. Really, really cool. Very, very cool. Cruise ship does look beautiful as well in the shader pack as well, don't get me wrong. Let's... Whoa. Uh-oh. 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 We had a huge lag spike, and it wasn't actually where I thought I was. Ah! Oh, we're going down. We're going... Okay, we're clearing up. Everything's loading in quicker now. Beautiful. Let's get the shaders on. Might crash my computer, but who cares? If it does crash my computer, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. I can see myself jumping a little bit.